Hey everybody, it's Chloe Demir of Save the Victual. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It is another video from your older than average YouTuber here on the YouTubes. And today's video is going to be part 2 to Christmas presents. And it's going to be all the P. Louise. So if you want to see what I got, the look we create, you're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. So, some more Christmas presents. I kind of lucked out really well on the makeup front. I had a friend who got, which we all know, Wilma, got the big, ginormous P. Louise train. Jealous. I kind of have it in my head if I could save a crap ton of money this year that maybe I could do that for Christmas this year, but we will see. I doubt it, but we'll see because it is a lot of money plus with duty and everything, so probably not, but we can have it as a dream, right? Right. Alrighty, so just going through some of the things we're going to be playing with. I got a whack of the brow pencils. So we're going to go and swatch these and see which one we think will work best with us. Because it's sitting here, we got a lip oil. So we are going to, I really like the P. Louise lip oil, so we're probably going to use that. I got some lashes. I also have another, from another box, I have a half set. I love half lashes, but these are so pretty too. So they go anywhere from, well, these are almost a half set. They go from just light everyday to kind of like a little bit more to a bit dramatic, that more of a nighttime look. So that's cool. The other thing, and then at the end, we'll just have to get a little bit of water to use this, but we've got the off the record play with P. Louise. I love anything record shape. How I met my best friend, okay, we'll go off on a tangent, is I had just started a new school. I had been a couple months at another school and then we moved and then I went to this new school. I was sitting in, and I want to say it's English class, but I can't actually remember the class, but I remember sitting there being the new student, and then I see this girl sitting next to me, and then she whips out, and I believe it was a lip gloss, but it was like about this shade. It was black, and then I was like, oh, what's that? What do you have there? And then I think it was from, well, I know it's from Avon. So anyway, she's like, oh, my mom does Avon if you want one of these. And then we just hit it off, and then we've been best friends since we were 13, and we're 55 now. So that's a long time. So anyways, I love anything record shaped. So when you open this, and then I have no nails, so I want to take a second. We got a mirror, and then we got to this. I think this came in several different colors. I think there might have been one that had more reds or one that was more neutral, but I really like this one that goes from neutrals and the pinks and the purples, a little bit of kind of raspberry tone. They've got some shimmery ones, and then they've got some matte ones, and of course when you try it dry, nothing comes off because you've got this little water funnel that you stick in the center, and then you can do a eyeliner look. So I think we'll play with this today. So we got this, and then we also got two palettes. Now this one here, we'll go with the little one. This one is Keep on Track, Don't Let Anything Hold You Back. And then this is a palette for eyes and face. And this one's kind of fun. So it's got a little flip top. It doesn't have a mirror, so yay, I don't have to blind you. And then it goes like so. So that's pretty fun to kind of look like the wheels of the train, right? Choo, 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 choo. Anywho, so it doesn't really give any description as to what's what, but I think this one and this one are eye primers. So you've got a light eye primer. So this looks like it probably would be like rumor 1, because it's not quite white. So I want to say it's probably rumor 1 versus 00. And then you've got a darker one. You've got some shimmery eyeshadows here. The middle has two highlighters, so you have a very light one, and then a goldy, well, it's more goldy than it's champagne, but champagne, gold. And then there's some more creams here, which I think are supposed to be like contour and bronzer. So you can do like this lighter one, maybe, depending on, again, how pale you are. And then we've got these shadows down here that you can either use as one, there's one shimmer here, but you can use them as matte shadows. Oh, this might be shimmery too. Oh, look at that, there's a couple shimmery ones. But I think like this one here would make a lovely blush. So I think that's what I may use that for today, because it is for eyes and face. So I'm going to assume that you could probably, or maybe these ones are blushes, but you could use them as blushes. So I think today we're going to use the primers, and we're going to use the brush. this one is a blush, and I think we may try a little bit of a, this one as a bit of a bronzer. But I remember I have to grab my sponge. Okay, so we're gonna have that. And then the second one that I got was this one here, and it's the Louise Express. And then it also says palette for eyes and face, and it's like eyes still believe. And I finally got one of these like book ones. And then on the outside here, you have everything you need if you just believe. Always got there. Motivational things, and then it has some stuff in here, but anyways, I'm not going to read that. But anyways, it does have this nice little thing about, you know, positive things. And then this is also a book. There we go. So it flips like so. And then you've got a mirror, so let's try not to blind you. Then we have this first page here, which is neutral and neutrally shimmers. Then you got a third page, which gets more deeper into the more neutrals, a teeny pop of pink. And then you definitely have the pinks and the raspberries. So I thought for the actual eye look itself, we're going to play with this palette. I was going to do 2 looks. I may do, so if all of a sudden this pops into a second look video, you know, but I'm having company this weekend, so I might be a little busy. So there we go. So before we dive in, I'm going to go and I'm going to get my sponge. I'm going to get a little bit of water so that we're all ready, and then we can try some brow pencils. Okay, so I put glasses on so I can read the colors here. So let's look at some different brow pencils. So I've got a couple here that are open, and I think these are the ones that Wilma tested. So this is, what does it say? Oh, So Beautiful Mini, I guess BB P. Louise. And then this one, because it's not in a box, doesn't seem to have a color written on the package, but we'll take a look here. This one seems to be a lighter shade. So, oops. Okay, so this one you have to be careful. When you take a little, make sure you just have a little bit up at a time, because I've already broken it. And it takes a little second to warm up. So that's our first shade here. Oh, let me guess, we're having garbage and recycle pickup. So again, the second one, it doesn't have a color listed on here. And then this one seems to be a little bit darker, like so. Yeah, they seem to take a second to warm up, and then they go on really nice. So that one's darker. And then we've got the 3 that are in the boxes. So let's see, where do they have colors on them? Oh yes, there we go. All right, so we've got hazelnut latte, mochaccino, and espresso. So let's do hazelnut latte first, and then I will put them back in their boxes, so that way when we pick the one we're going to use, I know the name of it. And there we go. We'll roll this one up. So this is hazelnut latte. Like so. Oh, that's really pretty. I think this one probably should be going there, but there we go. So that was hazelnut latte. And then we're going to try a mochaccino. I think the lighter ones are good when I have lighter hair, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen again. So anyways, again, this is mochaccino. Okay. I quite like that one. So that's mochaccino. And then last up we have here, I think there were probably like 12 of them, so I think the more reddish ones are more Wilma's cup of tea, and the dark ones are more me. And then we've got espresso, I'll go like so, and then we've got espresso here. Ooh, I quite like that one too. This one's a little bit warmer and this one's a little bit cooler. So I think we're going to try espresso and see what we think there. So I have here somewhere my brow brush. I have a mirror. Well, let's give it a go. I keep trying to open the wrong end. You know how, so do you ever have that when you just do something once wrong, then you always have to do it wrong? I have that happen a lot. So. I work in the claims department at my work, and I've done this for going on 12 years now, claim instead of claim when I type. No, it's not claim, it's claim. Oh yeah, I think I like, yeah, I think that one's the right shade. Yeah, I think espresso. They could probably use the mochaccino as well. The other ones I think would also make good eyeliners, so it's not like these aren't going to get some kind of use. Yeah, these are nice. Yeah, once they warm up a smidge, they're nice. I also don't like a brow pencil that's too soft either, because then you have a little less control. But then you also don't want them hard as a brick. I've had some of those where no matter how much you try, they just stay scratchy. But these are a good right in between. They don't do much with my lashes, or my brows. If anything goes higher up or I get a longer hair, I pluck them. But I didn't fall for that 90s trend or whatever to doing crazy things with your brows. So they're still pretty good. I mean, on the side here, they've gotten a little thin over time, but there we go. All right, so that was, again, espresso. So I like that one. Espresso, I could use an espresso. All right, so we've got our brows done. So now I'm going to go into that face palette, and I'm going to test it first on my hand and with my sponge. I'm going to try, I'm going to try the little lighter one, and then I'm going to try that. I know this one's more like maybe more contour and that's more bronzer, but because I'm so pale, sometimes I worry that I grab something that's too dark. So let's go and just do a little patch on our hand. Oh no, that might work. And then let's take the next darkest one, and then we're going to pop that there, because I think the smaller ones could also be different eye primers as well. Oh, that's really pretty. But I like always just a little bit, so I think I'm going to do that one. So I'm just going to go and clean this off on my hand a bit more. I'm going to have a big messy hand, but that's okay. We can clean that off. So I'm going to go into that first one, and I'm going to gently put that on. Sometimes with cream ones, I definitely like using a sponge more. If I'm using powders, I like a brush to do just a little bit into the cheekbones. I think my cheekbones are pretty good. Just a little bit of extra definition. Half the time I have bangs doing weird things, so I don't really need to do up top. Sometimes I do just to do it, but I like my nose. I don't need to contour it smaller. There we go. Just a little bit of definition. I think that worked out good. Okay, so we're going to leave doing anything blush and highlight to the end, because we're going to see what we do with our eye look to see if we want to do more goldy or more silvery in our highlighter choices. So the first thing that I do want to do though is we're going to go and prime our eyes. I'm just going to grab a little brush here, and then we're going to go into what I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to assume that's like, it's a bit lighter than the one that I have, so I'm going to assume that's like a rumor one, and it's just a more flat version, I'm guessing, because again, there was nothing in there to say. I mean, I suppose I could go, maybe I might do that today before I edit, because I don't think I'm going to edit till later. So I think what I'll do, maybe I can do, and I can check and see that I'm not full of hot air. And these are actually eye primers. Might say on the website if it's listed as a single item. I don't know if it's. I think some of the stuff in the Christmas train is stuff that you can always get, and I think occasionally there's some stuff that's just for the Christmas train. So there is that. So there may not be really any information, but this is feeling like a eye primer or eye base. So there we go. So we use the lighter one. The dark one's good too if you want to do a dramatic look. So I'm thinking these two here could also definitely, these smaller ones, be used as eye bases, because then you get one that's closer to a room or two, or it's a little bit cool toned. Then you get one that's really dark. But then that could also work if you're got dark skin that make a beautiful contour. So we're going to go and put this one away for now, and then we're going to go into our magic buck here. I'm going to also grab me a big bowl of brushes. Oop, there were my lashes. I don't know if I'm going to wear lashes today. We'll have to decide. And yeah, so let's look at our buck today. There's so many neutrals. I suppose I could do a neutrally look, but it's actually not my favorite thing to do. Every once in a while I don't mind, but it does have some nice blacks in there. So you could do a smoky eye. And we've got this page I like a little bit better because they're a little bit more deep. But the shimmers look really nice. Really thinking I want to play in there. I don't think I've done a pinky look in a hot minute, so I think we're going to do that. And then just grabbing my magnifying glass here. There are things like Buckle Up, Enchanted Experience, Your Real Purpose, Sleigh Bells Ring, Hold Tight, Whistleblower, One More Sleep. So it's kind of like train and Christmas related. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go into the shade that is called Buckle Up, and then I think we're going to go into Sleigh Bell Ring. So let's try Buckle Up first as our darkest shade. Yeah, let's go with a slightly floofier one. And I'll put these away for now. So again, we're going to go into Buckle Up. So I'm just going to place color. I am going to point it, but I'm going to find another brush to blend this out. But I just want to place some color. This one's floofy, but it's still has a bit of stiffness to it. So I can just nicely place some color on the outer edge here. And then just try and see if I can match up a little bit. So this eye droops just a little bit more, so it usually takes a little bit more work to try and match her up to the other side. Okay, that's close-ish. And then I'm going to take a floofy brush, and then I'm going to blend her out. Okay, so taking my sponge, I'm going to go and shape her up a bit. Yeah, there we go, I like that. Okay. So now I can add a little bit more again. This is Buckle Up. Buckle up, Buttercup. All right, so there we go. We've got the shape that we like. I think it's dark enough for now. And now we're gonna go into, oh, I found my, I'm gonna put that in the other cup. Found my primer brush. Every time I wash my brushes, I just pop them back in here and then I have trouble finding what I want. All right, so now we're gonna go into Sleigh Bells. And again, that is in the same color family, but it's more raspberry, or a little bit brighter of a raspberry than this was. So I'm gonna go and pop that in. It is Friday, yay. Ooh, is this one darker? Should have done it the other way around. Okay, anyways, it is Friday. I'm late getting this video up because yesterday, though I got off of work on time, I've been doing some overtime this week and it's always been a bit stressful. I'm finally getting caught up because people are emailing and messaging and it's just been insane this week. Normally this is kind of the end, and I was a little bit overtime last week, so a little bit of last week and the beginning of this week. It's usually more of a quiet time where everything is submitted and I'm just waiting for funding, but it's been a gong show this week. So there we are. But I've been so excited to play with these. And then I thought this morning, you know what, because I've got that extra overtime, I'm going to start a little bit later than I do. So that's why you can see it's a little bit dark. I'm starting this at around 7 a.m. So there we go. And then I'm waiting for my beauty list. I finally broke down and watched a whole bunch of unboxings. I wanted to wait till I got mine to compare, but I couldn't anymore. I've reached out to them because the tracking it's shipped on the 14th. Yeah. And then, because they're supposed to ship by the 15th and it shipped on the 14th. It's the 24th today and there's been no update in my tracking. So I don't know if they give it to you, but it's not tracking until it changes into Canada Post or Uni or whoever it's going to go by. But I haven't seen anything yet. So I just reached out to them just in case and be like, did this actually go out? Like, I'm not seeing any movement. So they should hopefully let me know if there's actual tracking going on. So, and there we go. So there's that one. Yeah, that one goes on the eye a bit darker than the other one. Interesting. But we can always add more. I might add a touch of this, Your Real Purpose. No, not Your Real Purpose. Enchanted Experience. I just noticed that one is not a brown. It's a very dark purple. So I think I might add, let's do that now. I'm going to add that to the outside, I think. So that is Enchanted Experience is that one there. Like I said, it's like, I think it's looking kind of brown to you, but when I look at it closer, it is a very dark, to be a very dark purple, it seems. So, oh, maybe I should take a smaller brush, maybe just in case, just put it on the outer edge. Oh, look, I got my P. Louise brush, the only one I own. All right, so let's go into that one. See if we can add some more, a little bit more dark, but sticking within this color story here. And then can you leave the other one as the blended out tail? Yeah, it's a little bit darker. Yeah, I like that better. They're pretty close, like on the eye, these ones are pretty close. You have to really look up close to see the difference, but that's fine. So now I think for the lighter shade up front, we are going to use the shade called Dreams to Reality. So that's that shade right there. We're going to pop that up front, and then we will do the bottom lash line and then play with some shimmers. This won't be too long of a video, I don't think. Try to keep the videos, I don't want them too short because I know I like some longer content, but I know some people like shorter content. So I try to do kind of something in between. So if I could do something with a half an hour, if it's something a little bit more involved, 40 minutes, then I don't think that's too much out of somebody's time. If you want me to do even longer ones, or you want them to be a little bit shorter, you can let me know down below. And then I can see what I can do. So yeah, that was the right choice for that, because that'll be a nice place to pop shimmers. All right, so for the bottom lash line, we're going to use that lash shade that we used to darken it out. So I think we're going to use Enchanted Experience. And then trying to be careful because I have my base already on. Yeah, the only thing I put on before we started was my primer, foundation, and powder. This is a different eye color look for me. I don't think I've done one quite this raspberry before, I think. Okay, so now for shimmers. Do I have my, yes I do. I've taken to keeping a teeny bottle of spray in here because that always seems to be the one thing that I forget besides mascara. Alrighty, so let's look at some of these shimmers here. So let's look to start at these three here, and we've got True Spirit, Greater Gift, and then this other one here is called Hold Tight. So we're going to try those three first. I'm running out of space. Okay, that one. So that one was True Spirit. This one is A Greater Gift. And then this last one is Hold On Tight. That's going to be too dark. I do quite like that one. Then we've got a couple other ones up on top here that are a bit brighter. So here's one that's called No Looking Back. Oh, this one's pretty. And then the other two on top are Let the Magic Begin and Final Call. So Let the Magic Begin and Final Call. We want to do, the top one has some purplish pink. It's on a drier patch, so go. And then the bright one is this one here. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this one for the inner corner. So we're going to go our inner eye there. So let's go into Final Call. So Final Call, we're going to, oops. I went in there a little bit too tough. So it's got some kickback. So we're going to use that for the inner here. Yeah, I'm going to do that one. So let's do Let the Magic Begin as the main shimmer. So I'm going to start with a flat brush. I'm just going to use the one that I used for the eye primer. I'm going to go into there. I'm going to add a little spray. Oh, it's really pretty. Again, P. Louise doesn't seem to do anything that's multi-chromy. It just seems to be your good everyday shimmer, which I don't mind. They usually last all day. They usually also don't make your eye weirdly textured, so that's always nice. Yeah, that goes over that light pink one really nice. I like that. But we will need a little bit of eyeliner, that liquid eyeliner there to, so we don't look a little bit too pink-eye. So we'll try and see if there's a nice darker shade in there we can use. And then let's do the phalange test, see if I get just a little bit extra oomph or not. No, I think this one is definitely a good one to use for a brush. You don't need to use your finger to get any extra. So there we go. So that is our playing with the I Still Believe. Alrighty. So before we do blush in that, let's play with our P. Louise liquid liners. It's too early. All right, so I got myself a little bit of water. I don't think I want to, because I think it would be very hard. Like you'd have to kind of go to get it out. So I don't know if I'm going to put it in the center there. I don't know if I kind of are up for that life. Alrighty, so let's see what kind of color we want to do. I think we want to do a darker color. So we've got this. Ooh, can we do a dark purple? That works. Or should we do a dark brown? Let's try this dark purple. Let's see what this does, this matte purple here, and see how the formula is as well. And I'm going to do it like I do my other ones, where I make it like a pudding consistency, not too thin, not too thick. Let's see how that goes. That goes on nicely, okay. I'm just do the first. I'm getting a little bit too close to the water line there. It's a little stingy. That's my fault, not the liquid's fault. Okay, and then I'm going to, definitely don't use my water activated liners. Oh, I found the words. As much as I should, because these also really work really lovely just as a regular liner. You don't have to just do artistic things, you know, weird squiggles or whatever else that we might today. But they also make really good just regular eyeliners that you can have in more multitudes of color that is generally available in a liquid eyeliner. Yeah, I think that worked good. Okay, I like that. It's not doing anything to feel like it's cracking or anything. Okay, so I think we will do one little fun swoop on top. I'm going to do it with the thin brush again, so I'm just going to clean this off. I think we're going to go into, maybe something shimmery. Let's see how the shimmery ones work. So I'm going to go into, I'm going to do a bright pink or purple. I'm going to do the purple. Let's do purple on top and bottom. So I'm going to try this shimmery one. I think I have too many shimmery water activated liner. I have a few, but not tons. So let's see how that works. It doesn't look like it's going to take too long to dry in the pan either. So I'm just going to go, no, it's got some shimmer. Let's see if it stays once it dries down. Okay, and I'm going to do that on the other side. Yeah, I think my only comment is going to be that these will need more water more often. It does dry a little bit faster in the pan. Not that I think that's a horrible thing. I've had ones that take a long time to dry, so you're like leaving the container open so that they dry. There we go. I'm just going to add a little bit more for a bit more color. Yeah. I don't think you can notice as much as I can, but oh, that's actually really, really pretty. Hey. All right. We'll use two of the shades, but I think I like it. I don't know what Pearl did, but Willow's on fire. Okay, so now let's do some highlighter and some blush. So for blush, I was wanting to use this kind of peachy shade here. I thought that would look really nice. I mean, I could grab something pinky out of the eyeshadow, but this one actually has a little space where you can dip your brush in there really good. And we can see how this works as a blush, because it says eye and face. Oh yeah. I mean, I've used eyeshadows as blushes and highlighters before. Yeah, that's a pretty color. I like that. Seems to go on just the right amount, like not too light, not too dark, so you can just blush away. Okay, we're going to do a buff so that we can catch any edges. Got fallout? Nope, no fallout. Okay, so for highlighter, we had these, well, actually, if I wanted to go in between, I suppose I could use this one. It's almost in between. It's a little bit leaning more towards that in brightness, but it's kind of in between. But let's swatch them. Let's swatch the other one. Well, almost when I have it sitting down is more peachy. Okay, let's actually do the more peachy one. Yeah, it looks more golden in here in the camera, but when I put it down, it has a more of a peachy feel. I kind of, I think, to go with the peach shimmer and kind of the peachy blush. So let's try that. Oh, that's nice. A couple of P. Louise highlighters, but a quad I think I've got. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so before we play with the lip oil, I'm going to do a quick little buff. We need to do mascara. All right, I don't think I'm going to do lashes today. I know I don't use them a lot, but unless I'm actually planning to go out for the day, having glasses on all day, even though these ones on the, oh, I dropped them on the floor. The ones that were on the bottom were pretty light ones, but I still want to save them. So I will let you know how they are in future. So lastly, because I haven't had breakfast yet, so I don't plan to do a lipstick. I only have one P. Louise lipstick somewhere, but I do have this gloss. So, oops, this one looks to be a clear one. Does it have a name? Strawberries and Cream. Oh yeah, this was, I guess with the package or with the order, they've been doing things like I got like a room or two in one of my orders that they'll give a little freebie sometimes, and this was one of them. It was on the little card or whatever, and then it showed all the millions of scents that you can get, but I love Strawberries and Cream, so it's good. Smells good. Smells good. And there we go. I think we, oh, maybe I should set my face too. That might be a good idea. Just washed my hair today, so it's not gonna be much I can do with it. Usually takes a couple days or some curlers, but anyways, there we go. That is us playing with my Christmas P. Louise. So again, we had the Keep On Track, the face and eye palette. I like it. I mean, I think the might have needed a little bit more because this one seems to be fading a little bit, but this definitely is working great as an eye primer. This highlighter is gorgeous. Look at that. Yeah, I think this is adorable. And for some of the crazy packaging P. Louise can have, even though it's like that, it's just so easy to tuck away. It doesn't take a lot of space. So I do like this little palette. Granted, I've only used the one set, but I do really like this. I will play with the neutrals. If I go to the office on Tuesdays, sometimes I do like playing a little bit more neutral, and sometimes I like playing with color. But I'm very happy to get this, and I finally have one of these like book ones. You know, they had like the Hocus Pocus ones, which I still really kind of would like, but I've got one, so I'm happy. Joy. The eyebrow pencil, I really like it. I definitely could use 2 of the shades often, and if I ever did let my hair go light, I could use the lighter ones. But I think the star, and I like the lip oil. It feels nice. It's not sticky, which is nice. But I think the star of the show for me right now is this. A, because I like the shape, it brings good memories, and I think it worked really, really well. It's dried. I still have the nice shimmer there. It did work as a nice eyeliner. So far, I think this is a really good formula of, I've lost the words again. So yeah, anyways, the water activated liners. There we go. I don't know why that's so hard to remember, but water activated liners. So anyways, that's our video for today. Just a quick look playing with some beautiful things that I got from Wilma. Thank you, Wilma. I love you. And that's it for us today. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, if that's okay, we can still be friends and play with P. Louise together. As always, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.